Let's talk about standards, not motivation, not confidence, not hustle, standards. Because in experiential marketing, your standards quietly determine how agencies treat you, what opportunities you get offered, how much you get paid, and how long you last. And most people don't realize this until they're already tired and they're already burnt out. Raising your standards does not mean becoming difficult, acting entitled, saying no to everything, and demanding more without context. It means becoming intentional about what you tolerate, because what you tolerate teaches people how to treat you. This industry pays attention to patterns, not speeches. Availability is not the same as value. A lot of people think being available makes them valuable. So they say yes quickly, stay flexible at all costs, accept unclear roles, tolerate low pay, and they overextend themselves. At first, this feels strategic, but over time, availability without boundaries lowers perceived value. And it's not because you're wrong, but because the system reads availability as replaceability. How agencies actually interpret standards. So agencies aren't just sitting around judging your worth. They look at signals like how you respond, how you ask questions, how you handle boundaries, how you evaluate opportunities. Standards show up in behavior, not in attitude. When someone has standards, agencies feel it immediately, even if nothing is said. Low standards create confusion. Low standards create noise. When you accept vague details, chaotic timelines, unclear expectations, low pay for high demand, you train the system to see you as flexible filler. It's not because you lack skill, but because you signal that anything is acceptable. And when everything is acceptable, nothing stands out. High standards do the opposite. They create clarity, predictability, trust. When you ask, can you clarify the role? What's the full schedule? What are the expectations? You're not being difficult, you're being professional. Professionals are easier to place, not harder. Here's why saying no is data, not attitude. One of the biggest fears people have is saying no. They think, I'll lose opportunities. They'll stop calling me. I'll be forgotten. That usually doesn't happen. What actually happens is this: agencies learn where you fit. Your name gets associated with specific roles. Your yes becomes more meaningful. A thoughtful no provides information. A rushed yes removes it. The cost of not having standards. Let's be honest, the cost of low standards isn't just low pay, it's burnout, it's resentment, it's exhaustion, it's confusion, it's stagnation. People don't leave experiential marketing because it's hard, they leave because it stops feeling worth it. Standards are what make the work sustainable, professional, and fun. Here's how standards change pay without negotiation. Some people don't talk about this enough. When you raise your standards, you don't always have to ask for more money. Better opportunities start appearing. Pay increases quietly because agencies adjust rates for people they trust. Trust comes from consistency and boundaries, not from asking louder. Standards are not ego. Ego says, I deserve this. Standards say, this doesn't align. Ego demands, standards decide. Agencies respond better to calm decisions than emotional demands. What raising your standards looks like in practice, real life. It looks like pausing before responding, asking clarifying questions, declining misaligned rules politely, choosing fewer, better events, thinking long term. No announcements are required. No explanations are owed. Your behavior does the talking. When you raise your standards, agencies stop seeing you as someone who fills the gaps. They start seeing you as someone who adds value. And that shift changes how often you're booked, what roles you're offered, and how conversations feel. You move from reactive to intentional. This is an identity shift, not a tip. This is super important. Raising your standards is not a checklist, it's an identity shift. You stop asking, what can I get? And you start asking, what makes sense for me? That question alone filters a lot. You don't raise your standards to control outcomes. You raise them to control your energy, your time, and your direction. And when you do that consistently, the system responds. Not immediately, not dramatically, but reliably. If this video resonated, subscribe for the next one. If you want to be in a space where these decisions are broken down with context, the link is in the description. Move intentionally, standards are first, everything else follows. There's always more.